I am Chalfant, and this is Chalfant TV. What's up, everybody? I'm Chalfant, and welcome to Chalfant TV. I'm an educator and school principal, and on this channel we dive deep into BTS. And I post videos every day at the same time. I've been diving into Hobi since it was his birthday, and we have the last two songs from his Hope World mixtape, Airplane and Blue Side. So today's episode will probably be 6 parts. I'll dive into both songs, listen to each of them a few times. I know Airplane has an official music video and some behind the scenes that I'll see too. And we'll also dive into the lyrics and the meanings of the songs as well. In the episode following this, I'll watch the Bookish Theory's explanation video for the whole album. Don't forget, if you'd like cheaper prices for online shopping or want to just support this channel in general, there are 2 free trials that are exclusive to this channel. The first is a free 30-day trial to Amazon Prime, and the second is a free 30-day trial to Audible Plus. Free for you, cancel at any time, and I receive a $5 commission, so consider it. And I also have a Patreon page where I post videos early. I also post unedited videos that were copyrighted or even blocked on YouTube, and I'll also be diving into BTS's TV shows and movies as well. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chalfant TV. So let's go ahead and get into Airplane. I'm just going to watch a music video first and vibe out a little bit. Is that South Korea? That's cool. I think I've heard some of this before. Felt short. Maybe not. I know it's not as short as some of the other ones that I've seen, and I think Blue Side is pretty short too. So I've seen some of the music video that was just included in another fan-made music video for one of his other songs, which is okay too. The lyrics were on the screen, but I was trying not to focus on those as much. But I almost feel like you look up at the airplane, and I imagine being a kid and you'd be like, wow, I would just love to be in a place where I can flying an airplane, go up high with the clouds. But that probably also symbolizes, you know, his career and the trajectory that BTS is taking. You know, I saw one lyric that talked about, you know, millions of miles and, you know, just how much they do probably have to fly going to all these places where they perform and things like that. So now I'm going to watch some behind the scenes. This was the beginning part of a video that I had watched earlier on when I was diving into this mixtape as well.
Yeah! 뮤비 찍는 거 실화냐? 안 믿긴다. 지금 여러분들은 에어플레인 뮤비 촬영 현장을 보고 계십니다. 그때 나를 다시 기억해. 맨마른 땅이 나부 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네. 날고 싶었어 그 에어플레인. 그때 나를 다시 기억해. 맨마른 땅이 나부 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네.
So I've got to mention the bandanas in the back pocket. Blue, not that blue, but a lighter blue, is in America anyway, would symbolize the Crip gangs, and the Bloods would be red, and they're typically in different pockets too. But it was just interesting to see the bandanas in his back pocket.
이런 장비가 있다니. 아름다운 세상을 나고 있어. 눈다 떼쳐들고 내 느낀 슬레이 아직도 생각해. 그게 내 꿈을 이루게 지금을 만들게. 이제 네 슈에 플래시 터질 때 안전한 너차게 축복을 그때 나를 다시 기억해. 맨마른 땅이 나부터 영상 차이는 달려댔지 몇 년 차인데. 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네. 이제 원 없이 나를 에어플레인. 누군가는 나를 기억해. 아니 아름답다. Bring champagne in my airplane. Airplane. Nice driver입니다. 다시 넣었어요. 구름 위에 jacket, 구름과의 케미, 구름과 하루 종일, 구름 타는 재미, 구름 보면 fading, 너희 몰라 maybe 몇 년 동안의 big hustle. 아니 살 떨려준다 이거 진짜. 잘했어. 의미로 해줄 때야 그 위에 포인트로 선물할게. 그저께서 first를 지키며 밤하늘을 보게 지금 내 자리에 막어. 그때 나를 다시 기억해. 맨마른 땅이 나부 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네. 그때를 생각해 이 에어플레인. 누군가는 나를 기억해. 그 누군가도 듣지도 외롭게. Hey yeah. 신경 안 써 그저 행복해. 성공을 느껴 in my airplane. 수고하셨습니다. 에어플레인 끝났습니다. 예, 에어플레인. 여러분 많이 기대해주세요. 에어플레인.
It's always fun to be able to see behind the scenes and just get a better sense of, you know, how they're feeling in the moment when they're doing those things. It's kind of cool. I think the song's got a good feel to it, good vibe to it. I think it's another one that I could just picture listening in the car. And of course, it's also a different feel to the other songs that I've heard from him as well. Something that I always find interesting because we see this everywhere, how the license plate was blurred out in the car. And I always think to myself, like, why do people do that? Because the reality is, like, it's out in the open in the public anyway. You know, people do that when I see them post those pictures of their cars either for sale or anything else on social media, and I always find it interesting that they block those up. Alright, now I'm going to rewatch the official music video and I'm going to focus on the lyrics and see if I can get the meaning from the song as well. I guess that symbolizes like flying high in an airplane probably.
그때 나를 다시 기억해 메마른 땅이 너무 태울 때저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네 날고 싶어서 그 에어플레인 그때 나를 다시 기억해 메마른 땅이 너무 태울 때저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네 날고 싶어서 그
So I think at the beginning of that, what I'm visualizing is like everything around you potentially is going wrong. I know he said barren land, kind of like I don't have anything. And then you just see that one small piece of like inspiration, like an airplane. I think kids are fascinated with those, at least mine are when they see it. So thinking about that and saying like, man, I really wish I could be able to fly an airplane, be in an airplane, whatever it might be. I don't know who that is. So thinking about like the transition from having that dream and then getting an opportunity, I don't know if he was talking about like a tryout or something. And what I remember from this music video is him having that necklace. It looks similar to the one that I have. My mom gave it to me. I don't know if you could see it. Anyway, I mean, I'm not religious, but mine just says St. Christopher protect us. Something like that. I would imagine like when you're hoping and dreaming, you have like this necklace that you kind of cling to and like you're praying for it, you're hoping for it. And then eventually when he drives off, he drops it, you know, as if I don't need that anymore. I no longer need to pray because I'm there. That's another piece that stood out too, you know, getting jealous and describing they're probably jealous because they're lonely, which sometimes is true. You know, you sometimes describe probably these haters or antis as like keyboard warriors or even army, you know, they're in defense of BTS and that's the way that they can kind of take control of that. But in a negative light of those who are not in support of BTS, like they have nothing else to do. To tie back to my necklace, my mom gave me one and my brother, and we just have always worn it every day, probably for the past 15 years or so. And I also have this Livestrong band, and obviously that's a Lance Armstrong band, and a lot of people kind of canceled him out after he got caught cheating, but they raised so much money. And this is a bracelet or like silicone kind of band that I've worn, and my dad gave me that. And obviously I've told you before that my dad passed away in New Year's Eve 2009, and it's just something that I've always worn probably since I want to say 2006, so about 15 years as well. And I don't wear it, you know, to show support for Lance Armstrong. It's more of just like a memory keepsake kind of thing as well. So I think the clouds probably symbolize a few things, like the literal moment of like flying through the clouds or above the clouds because you're in an airplane, but also being with other people that have dreams that are as high as the clouds, or the clouds even symbolizing potentially like other celebrities as well. Small flex there about Miles. So now we're going to dive into Blue Side, which is the final track on Hope World. I have 2 fan-made videos and a lyric video that I'm going to watch so I can hear the song 3 times. And it also, in my own opinion, provides you a better viewing experience as well. Let me know in the comments if that works for you, because I just couldn't imagine sitting in front of a lyric video 2 or 3 times because it's kind of boring. Feels sad. I wonder if we're gonna get Hobi singing. He does that a lot with his voice in the background. Well, I guess it is more like an outro track. Sometimes intro tracks on albums sound like that. I don't know about BTS in general, but some do. I'm gonna watch a lyric video and see if I missed anything. I didn't hear a whole lot. You know, if I think about the word blue, the way that I know the word blue and the way that I know Tay uses the word blue and gray, that like I'm leaving, you know, my mixtape, it's done, and now I'm gonna go back to my blue side feeling blue. I don't know if that's probably true. You know, some of that message, I was wondering if he was communicating that to Army, like, will you come with me, you know, inside my embrace and things like that, but I'm not really sure. I'm also not worried because I'm gonna be watching that explanation video from Bookish Theories in the next episode, so I'll probably get a better sense of what it means as well. So now I'm gonna watch one more fan-made video of Blue Side, and then that'll be it. I guess there is the blue side of being near the water and the ocean. Because sometimes they say, like, I'm going back ocean side, so blue side could make sense. So those were fun. I've got to admit, there is like this somewhat of a emptiness, lonely feeling knowing that I finished his mixtape. But it shouldn't be, you know, because there is a Trivia Just Dance song that I'm going to be reacting to in a few episodes as well. But stay tuned for a reaction to the explanation video for Hope World in the next episode. So if you're still here with me, go ahead and crush that like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so that you're alerted to when new videos come out. Thanks for joining me. I am Chalfant, and this is Chalfant TV. And as Jimin says, you nice, keep going.